challenges in doing so with kids who look just like me from the same neighborhood I come from, and I was much younger than I am right now, so I felt like I had it going. But what I failed to recognize is that by virtue of going through the process of schooling and finding success within academia and sort of travailing through and playing that game and learning that game and getting knocked down and then figuring out that they will keep knocking me down unless I become complicit. By my personal process of going through that, I kept in my mind that I was going to be a savior for the kids from the hood who looked just like me, and then went up in there and was horrible. Like the dude from the Bronx, teaching in the Bronx with kids from the Bronx, went in there with an ideology that was implanted into my psyche by schools that forced me to go back to my community with good intentions and be problematic. And so I went in there and did violence on kids for a while until I started realizing, one day I looked in the mirror, that I was looking like the very teachers that I hated. And that was an eye-opener. Because I know that if I'm from the Bronx, teaching in the Bronx, a couple blocks where I grew up and where I live, and I'm effing up, you effing up too, right? I think I can't go any further until y'all understand that piece of it. That despite the fact that you are who you are, you believe what you believe, you've heard all these things, studied all these things, you read Eminem's book, read Geneva Gay's book, heard Gloria Ladson Billings, like that, even despite that process, you're a teacher. To be a teacher means that you've gone through high school, you've gone through college, successfully navigated that to get a degree at the end. Most of y'all got master's degrees, and because you've gone on to get a master's degree, by virtue of that experience alone, there's been violence done on you, and you've become complicit in some part of the process by going through it. And unless you first do the step of deprogramming before you go forward, you're going to still start replicating those processes of violence on young people. So I can't talk to you about cultural relevance until we begin with the process of saying that we've all done violence on young people. The acknowledgement of that fundamental piece of it. Once we could go there, then we could deconstruct the stuff here. Mic, bro. If y'all can't hear me, just let me know. All right? So my title, even though I'm